Overclockers, and welcome to 2024. I hope that you all had a wonderful festive week or two. My New Year's resolution is to get us to 50k subs this year, so please take a look at that sub button and hit it now so you can catch all of our wonderful content this year. We're going to bring you hardware launches with unboxings and reviews, giveaways, gaming news and interviews, plus much more in 2024, so don't miss it. Now that's out of the way, on to the 38th episode of BIOS Update, where I've got stories all about the hardware launches at CES, some brand new leaked games and much more, so let's get into it. Let's kick things off with the gaming news and a look back at 2023. There's the all-important Steam Awards and Steam's Best of 2023 list to take a look at. There are categories for the top sellers, new releases, most played, early access, Steam Deck, controller, and VR. Revenue specifics are not actually disclosed, so each list has been put into groups of bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. The best-selling platinum games on Steam based on their total gross revenue earned in 2023 include Apex Legends, Baldur's Gate 3, Call of Duty, Counter-Strike 2, Cyberpunk 2077, Destiny 2, Dota 2, Hogwarts Legacy, Lost Ark, PUBG Battlegrounds, Sons of the Forest, and Starfield. The most played platinum games based on their highest peak concurrent player counts are Apex Legends, Baldur's Gate 3, Counter-Strike 2, Destiny 2, Dota 2, Goose Goose Duck, Hogwarts Legacy, Lost Ark, PUBG Battlegrounds, Sons of the Forest, and once again, Starfield, all with over 300,000 peak players. Unsurprisingly, some of these top sellers and most played also took home the community-voted Steam Awards, with Game of the Year and Story Rich going to Baldur's Gate 3. The Labour of Love Award went to Red Dead Redemption 2, even though it rarely gets updated, and the Better with Friends Award to Lethal Company, amongst others for Hogwarts Legacy, Atomic Heart, Starfield, Sifu, The Last of Us, and Dave the Diver. If you want to see the full list for both the Steam Awards and Steam's Best of 2023, I'm going to put the links below. It's well worth taking a look if you're looking for something super popular to play this year. Our next gaming story is that NC Soft has been rumoured to be working on a Horizon MMO for some time now, and after a recent job listing, it's pretty much confirmed to be happening. Here's everything we know so far. It's being developed under the codename Project Skyline, with the initial codename being Project H. The project started around 2021, according to a former NCSoft employee's resumes on LinkedIn and Facebook, with around 140 people working on it in September 23. That is actually a pretty high number and more than previously announced titles. It's currently being developed for PC and mobile, with no mention of the PS5. However, this doesn't mean that it won't be released on console in the future. It will use Unreal Engine 5 and likely be hyper-realistic and therefore pretty demanding if Ark Survival Ascended is anything to go by. NC Soft registered a domain for what appears to be a game titled Land of Salvation. Land of Salvation could actually be the official title for the Horizon MMO. However, it could also be some other project that we're not aware of. It's expected to launch significantly later than NCSoft's current project Aeon 2, which is anticipated to be released in 2024 or 25. That means we're going to be waiting a while. So that's rather a lot of info to take in, and there is a fantastic Reddit thread on r/gaming leaks and rumours that I do recommend checking out if you want to learn more or discuss with other excited gamers. Moving on to the hardware chapter this week, and it's all about CES 2024. January is shaping up to be an epic month for hardware launches, with the rumour mill running flat out with leaks and speculation. It all kicks off on the 9th in Las Vegas, and it has to be one of the biggest events of the year. Tech, that is. I imagine this year's buzzword will be AI on everything from fridges and cameras to TVs and cars, but let's focus on the PC hardware. Nvidia is holding a whole series of presentations, but for PC gamers, they're rumored to be launching a handful of new graphics cards. AMD will likely focus on AI, but there's rumours it will also announce new 8000 series APUs amongst other CPUs and possibly the RX 7600 XT. Intel will also have a presence with the likely announcement of more 14th gen CPUs and Meteor Lake CPUs, and hopefully more information about its next generation graphics architecture, Battlemage. OLED panels are becoming more affordable, so expect to see plenty of new OLED gaming monitors or even laptops from all brands using new LG, Samsung and even TCL panels. Speaking of laptops, with new mobile hardware on the horizon, January is normally when we get multiple gaming laptop releases from brands like Asus, Gigabyte and MSI, all sporting the latest CPUs and GPUs that were just announced at CES. It's all very exciting, and we'll make sure to cover the launches in shorts or even a dedicated video, so do hit subscribe if you don't want to miss it. Other big events to look out for in 2024 include Computex Taipei taking place from the 4th of June and Gamescom on the 21st of August. Our next hardware story this week is great news if you have the same love-hate relationship with RGB software as I do. ASRock has announced its motherboards as the first to support Microsoft's dynamic lighting feature, offering users a native RGB lighting synchronization experience directly from Windows 11 OS. Essentially, you can control all the RGB lighting in your PC without about 3 or 4 different bits of janky RGB software. Gamers rejoice! The feature is supported by most ASRock motherboards based on Intel 600 and 700 series chipsets, as well as AMD B550, X570, A620, B650 and X670. All you need to do is make sure that your Windows is up to date and download the beta firmware from the ASRock official website. Once it's activated, you can control the motherboard LED lighting and other RGB devices plugged into the RGB headers, such as coolers and fans, synchronizing all your devices from different brands together in the Windows settings. It works with HID lamp array devices, and Acer, Asus ROG, Omen, HP Victus, HyperX, Logitech, Razer, SteelSeries and Twinkly have been announced as partners working on dynamic lighting products for launch in the near future. The current list of compatible products includes laptops, keyboards and mice from the likes of MSI, Asus, Razer and HyperX, and you can see them all listed on the Windows website if you want to learn more. Kicking off the blog chapter this week is everyone's favourite free games. We're constantly updating this blog story, so do make sure to keep checking back often. The Epic Games Store gave away a new game every day over the festive period, and it looks like the weekly giveaways will continue into 2024. Leaks suggest Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy is free from the 4th to the 11th of January, and I'll definitely be grabbing that. Do make sure to keep checking the Epic Games Store every week this year for your regular freebie. If you have Amazon Prime, don't forget to claim your free Prime games for January. Using Amazon's streaming Luna service, you can play Control Ultimate Edition, Kataria Fables, Wonder Boy The Dragon Trap, and Young Souls. There's also full access to Fortnite, Lego Fortnite, Rocket Racing, Fortnite Festival, and Trackmania. There's also in-game content for PUBG, Battlefield, COD, League of Legends, GTA Online, Fall Guys, and more. Check out our free games blog to learn all about this week's free games and software. The second blog story this week comes from Ruth, who has put together a list of 5 awesome new games launching this month. The Portal Revolution mod launched on the 5th, and this community-made mod for Portal 2 introduces a new story campaign inside the dead and decaying Aperture Science facility. You'll need to conquer over 40 new puzzles, utilising brand new game mechanics and of course your trusty portal gun. Time Survivors lands on January 15th. This historically inaccurate roguelike lets you play as famous faces throughout history, including Lincoln, Cleopatra, Tesla, and more, as you slay hordes of minions. Toy Trains is a beautiful VR track building game with no time constraints, no scoring, and no stress, so you can sit back, relax, and play in this fantasy world, launching January 16th. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown unlocks on January 18th. This action-packed platformer is full of beautiful landmarks, unique biomes, and lush scenery, with complex puzzles and quests to uncover the hidden treasures. Finally, Tekken 8 comes out on January 25th. There's a new story campaign with the same feel and fighting tactics of the original, but now with huge battle enhancements and destructible stages. Do check out the full blog post if you want to learn more, and of course also see the hardware requirements and best PCs to play these new titles. Thanks for watching this week's episode of BIOS Update. Remember to hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get us to those 50k subs in 2024. I'll see you again in the next one.